point, mostly catered to repeat move-up buyers at higher price points. But that segment may be hesitant to move because of a super low mortgage rate of 3% or lower on their current home. A first-time home buyer, on the other hand, may be more tempted to jump in, especially as rates drop, even by a little.
This buyer is very need-based. They're willing to pull some levers to get by a home, whether that's moving away from the city center, whether that's borrowing money from mom and dad, or moving into a smaller footprint.
For some home builders, the entry-level buyer is offering hope for a turnaround in the near future. Stephen, back to you.
Thanks, Melissa. And now, let's talk strategy. Mortgage strategy. Because even though interest rates are much higher than they were just a little while ago, there are ways that many of today's buyers can still qualify for a home loan that they can afford. Joining us now once again is Keith Gumbinger, Vice President at HSH.com, the nation's leading source for consumer mortgage and finance information. Keith, welcome back to Real Estate Today.
It's great to be back, Stephen.
We are glad you are here. So Keith, let's talk now to our listeners about how to still qualify for a mortgage even though rates are higher, starting with their credit scores. So Keith, how high would your score need to be to get the best rate possible in today's market?
Well, if you've got a FICO score above about 740, that opens the path to the best mortgage rates available.
I see. And also, how low could it be? And would there be a big increase in the rate if I had a low credit score?
Well, most lenders will write loans for borrowers with FICO scores of as low as about 620. But someone with a score at that level can expect to see an additional 3% of the loan amount in fees, which would translate into about a 3/4 percentage point increase in the loan's interest rate.
Wow, that's a lot of money. A lot of money. And Keith, let's also look at savings. As you've told us many times, the more you put down, the lower your monthly mortgage payment would be. So if you had the money, would a huge down payment be a good move in today's market?
Well, it might be, since every dollar you don't have to finance means avoiding being charged the highest mortgage interest rates in 20-odd years upon it. So a larger down payment can also reduce or eliminate PMI costs, so there's a chance that it could save a few more dollars each month, too.
And that, of course, is private mortgage insurance, which is tacked on to your monthly mortgage payment.
For any borrower that doesn't put at least a 20% down payment.
Excellent. And Keith, also, something we haven't heard about in years, points. Buying down the rate of your mortgage. So, are points making a comeback? And how much can they really lower your mortgage rate?
Well, points are definitely worth considering if you're looking to qualify for a mortgage today, because they do lower the interest rate. Now, each point you pay is the equivalent to a fee of about 1% of the loan amount, so these costs can add up pretty quickly. The first point you pay may lower the loan's interest rate by about 1/4 percentage point, but each additional point buys a little less break on the rate. Paying 2 to 3 points on a $300,000 loan would set you back between $6,000 and $9,000.
Nice.
But you might be able to lower that rate by as much as a half percentage point. Now that can help you qualify more easily, and you'll get your money back in the form of lower interest costs over time. You just have to remain in that loan long enough to get your money back.
That's a really good point, because if you're paying more money up front, but you have a lower mortgage interest rate, eventually it will reach a payoff point.
Yep, and a calculator can help you figure that out.
Absolutely. So Keith, it seems to me that more than ever, in today's market, people who are hoping to get a mortgage need to know all their options and not just assume that they can't swing it.
Well, that's true. And there's always one other thing to note, is that buyers who may be paying cash, folks that are trading down or moving from an expensive market to a lower cost one, are far less effective, if at all, by where mortgage rates are, and so are likely to continue to participate in the market even as larger audience waits for better conditions. I mean, so that's something at least.
That's a really good point. And we have talked to realtors across the country, many of them being in very expensive markets, who tell us their clients don't really care because they do just that. They pay all cash.
Yeah, you don't have to finance. The cost of financing doesn't affect you a bit.
Exactly. And Keith, right now I'm daydreaming about the ability to buy $1 million house with all cash. That would be nice.
Well, I didn't win the lottery either, Stephen, so, but it's always good to dream.
Oh, Keith, I really appreciate you joining us on the show today and talking about mortgages in today's rapidly changing market. Thank you.
Always my pleasure, Stephen.
Ours too. Keith Gumminger, Vice President at HSH.com, the nation's leading source for consumer mortgage and finance information. Coming up on Real Estate Today, protecting your biggest investment.
It can be as simple as making sure your filter is changed, clean, because that's the number one thing that's going to make your furnace or air conditioner overheat or overcool.
That's next, right here on Real Estate Today.
Real Estate Today is playing right now everywhere you get your favorite podcast. The Real Estate Today podcast, because knowledge is power.
Attention, per the current government mandate, U.S.-based insurers are now required to cover at-home COVID testing kits every month with no out-of-pocket fees to you. If you have a current insurance plan, you are eligible to receive up to 8 COVID-19 tests shipped to your home or business each month absolutely free. Just visit testkitforfree.com to begin the registration process. When completed, Tiero Health, a trusted source for next-generation healthcare, will submit a claim to your insurance provider. There is no deductible and no copay. Your 8 monthly tests will ship directly to your home or business for free. Go to testkitforfree.com. COVID-19 and its variants are still here, so take the worry out of searching for time-sensitive tests by registering you and your family today. Visit testkitforfree.com to register from the comfort of your own home. That's testkitforfree.com to receive 8 COVID-19 tests shipped to you at no cost. Just visit testkitforfree.com today. Paid for by Tiero Health.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit beefy, or even with type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Affordable term life insurance is out there. Call Term Provider and speak with Big Lou at 800-481-1458, 800-481-1458, or visit biglou.com. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too.
Attention, per the current government mandate, U.S.-based insurers are now required to cover at-home COVID testing kits with no out-of-pocket fees to you. If you have a current insurance plan, you are eligible to receive up to 8 COVID-19 tests shipped to you each month absolutely free, as long as the government mandate is in effect. Just visit testkitforfree.com to register now from the comfort of your own home. That's testkitforfree.com to receive your tests shipped to you at no cost. Go to testkitforfree.com today. Paid for by Tiero Health.
Black Friday is coming, and that's the smart time to shop for a top-rated TV from Samsung, LG, or Sony. But why wait? You can get those Black Friday TV deals right now at Video Only, and then enjoy Thanksgiving with your new TV. Still want to wait? Then how about better than Black Friday deals? The top-rated TVs at stupid low prices. Check out Video